There are countries that impress you, and then there are countries that enchant you. Austria is one of those rare places where mountains meet music, where every street feels like a painting, and every view takes your breath away. Located in the very heart of Europe, Austria is bordered by 8 countries: Germany, Switzerland, Italy, Slovenia, Hungary, Slovakia, the Czech Republic, and Liechtenstein. It's a landlocked country, but you'd never notice because its lakes shine like polished mirrors and its valleys stretch endlessly under skies that seem to sing. From imperial palaces and baroque towns to snow-covered Alps and serene countryside villages, Austria is a masterpiece of nature and culture combined. So sit back and get ready, because today we're discovering Austria, a place where elegance meets adventure and beauty feels eternal. Austria's story is as grand as its landscapes. Once the center of the mighty Habsburg Empire, it ruled over much of Europe for centuries. Vienna, its capital, was a city of emperors, composers, and artists. From Mozart and Beethoven to Freud and Klimt, Austria shaped not only music and art, but the very way the world experienced beauty. And even after the empire fell, Austria never lost its grace. It reinvented itself, becoming a place where history lives harmoniously alongside modern life. Every castle, every mountain village, every melody that floats through a Viennese café tells a story of resilience, romance, and timeless charm. Vienna. Let's begin in Vienna, Austria's magnificent capital. A city so elegant, it feels like it was designed by artists for artists. Grand palaces line the streets. Horse-drawn carriages glide past golden statues, and the air often carries the soft notes of a waltz. Visit the Schönbrunn Palace, once the summer residence of the Habsburgs, a dazzling display of Baroque architecture surrounded by manicured gardens. Inside, 1,400 rooms whisper the stories of emperors and empresses, while outside, fountains sparkle under the Austrian sun. The Hofburg Palace, once the imperial seat, now stands as a symbol of power and refinement. And just nearby, the Vienna State Opera continues the city's century-old love affair with music. But Vienna isn't frozen in the past. It's alive. Cafés buzz with life, modern art fills museums, and street performers bring every square to life. This is a city that dances to the rhythm of both old and new, elegant, emotional, and unforgettable. Salzburg. Nestled between rolling hills and the Salzach River, Salzburg is a city straight out of a fairy tale. It's the birthplace of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and his spirit still lingers in the cobbled streets and cheerful music echoing from open windows. The city's skyline is dominated by the Hohensalzburg Fortress, one of Europe's largest medieval castles. From its ramparts, you can see the entire city, a sea of red rooftops and Baroque domes framed by mountains. Salzburg's Old Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a maze of charming alleys, ornate churches, and cozy cafes serving sweet pastries. And for fans of the sound of music, this is where the magic happened, with many scenes filmed around the city's lakes and meadows. It's not just beautiful, it's lyrical, a place where nature and culture harmonize in perfect tune. Hallstatt. there are beautiful villages. And then there's Hallstatt. Tucked between a pristine alpine lake and towering mountains, Hallstatt looks like a dream come to life. Colorful houses cling to the hillsides, their reflections rippling across the water. Narrow streets wind between flower-draped balconies, and church bells echo through the crisp mountain air. It's one of the oldest inhabited places in Europe, dating back thousands of years. Once famous for its salt mines, now beloved for its serene beauty. Take a boat ride on Lake Hallstatt at sunrise, when mist floats above the water and the mountains glow with the first light of day. It's pure tranquility, the kind of view you never forget. Though it's become more famous in recent years, it still feels like a secret, a hidden gem where time stands still. Innsbruck. Surrounded by snow-capped peaks, Innsbruck is where adventure meets elegance. It's the capital of the Tyrol region and one of the best places in Europe for skiing, snowboarding, and hiking. But Innsbruck isn't just about sports. It's a city that blends mountain energy with imperial charm. The golden roof in the old town glitters under the sun, built by Emperor Maximilian I as a royal viewing balcony. Nearby, colorful houses line the Inn River, creating one of the most picturesque scenes in all of Austria. And if you take a cable car from the city center, you'll find yourself on a mountain peak in under 20 minutes, gazing over endless alpine vistas. It's a rare mix, a city alive with history, culture, and pure natural wonder. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that Austria's coffee culture is so unique, it's listed as part of UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage? In Vienna, coffee houses aren't just cafés, they're institutions. Writers, philosophers, and musicians have gathered here for centuries, sipping rich coffee served on silver trays alongside a glass of water and a slice of cake. It's where ideas were born, books were written, and symphonies composed. In Austria, coffee isn't just a drink, it's a lifestyle, a ritual, and a window into the soul of the country. Graz. Often overlooked by travelers, Graz is a hidden gem worth every moment. Austria's second-largest city combines Renaissance beauty with a creative, youthful energy. The Old Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is full of red roofs, arcaded courtyards, and ornate buildings, all watched over by the Schlossberg, a hill crowned by a clock tower. But cross the river and you'll find a completely different side. Modern art museums, contemporary design, and street art bursting with color. Graz shows a different rhythm of Austria, quieter, warmer, and full of surprises. Wachau Valley. For a taste of serenity, follow the Danube River through the Wachau Valley. This stretch of rolling hills, terraced vineyards, and medieval villages is one of Europe's most romantic landscapes. The air smells of grapes and apricots, and the river glimmers like liquid gold under the sun. Tiny towns like Dürnstein and Melk are scattered along the banks, where you can explore ancient abbeys, taste local wine, and lose yourself in the peaceful countryside. The Melk Abbey, perched high above the river, is one of the grandest in the world, a Baroque masterpiece glowing with gold and light. Wachau feels like a painting come to life, gentle, poetic, and endlessly beautiful. Zell am See. While many travelers head to Salzburg or Innsbruck, few discover the quiet charm of Zell am See. Nestled beside a crystal-clear lake surrounded by mountains, this small town is one of Austria's most stunning escapes. In summer, you can swim, sail, or hike through green valleys. In winter, the town transforms into a snow-covered wonderland, perfect for skiing. At night, the lights of the village reflect on the water, and everything feels peaceful, almost unreal. It's the kind of place that captures Austria's true magic. Not loud, not crowded, just naturally perfect. Austrian cuisine is hearty, elegant, and deeply satisfying, a reflection of the country's blend of cultures. Let's start with the legendary Wiener Schnitzel, thin veal or pork cutlet, golden and crispy, served with lemon and potato salad. Simple, but perfect. Then, there's Tafelspitz, tender boiled beef served with creamy horseradish and vegetables, once a favorite dish of Emperor Franz Joseph himself. For dessert, you can't leave without tasting Sachertorte, Vienna's famous chocolate cake with a layer of apricot jam, or Apfelstrudel, a flaky apple pastry sprinkled with cinnamon and sugar. Austria is a country that moves between centuries with effortless grace. It's where art, nature, and history live in harmony, where the Alps whisper stories, and every melody feels like it was composed by the land itself. So whether you come for the mountains, the music, or the magic in between, one thing is certain: Austria doesn't just capture your eyes, it captures your heart.